Hello everyone, I am a tiny squirrel and my name is Squirlena, and I am here to talk to you about self-acceptance. And one of the first ways that you can think about self-acceptance is to learning to love yourself no matter what you look like, who you are, or what you are good at. So I am going to have to borrow your counselor's hands to do this next part, but I am going to supervise from the back. Gotta love this seat I have. I do love a good apple. Okay. All right, Mrs. T, take over. Hi, friends. Here's my hands. I'm just going to move Squirrel's seat back this way. So what you're going to do, we're going to be working on making self-portraits. And at your table, you're going to see lots of different ovals that are different skin tones. Okay, I want you to pick a skin tone that is similar to yours. It doesn't have to be exactly like it. Okay. And your my substitute here, has distributed pieces of paper that look like this. Okay, so once you've picked your picture, you're gonna take a small dot of glue, put it on the back, and then you're gonna glue it down. Now, as you can see, this is kind of my recording setup here, but I do have a mirror here. It won't let me switch to the selfie camera, so we have to do it this way. But you are going to draw your face on your paper that you've just glued down. So that's what my next step is going to be. Okay, so I'm gonna do my gluing really quick. All right, glue down my picture. Okay. All right, so when you're drawing a face, it's important to remember that your face is usually going to be divided into thirds. So one of the things that I really like to do when I'm drawing a face is to put some very light lines about a third of the way down the paper. Oh, you're doing a great job, Mrs. T. Oh, thank you so much, Squirrel. I'm just going to move you back just a wee bit, though. All right, so I draw a line about a third of the way down, and I'm going to draw another line. Okay. So right here at this top line is your brow line, generally speaking. So I'm going to look at my picture here, okay, and try to draw some eyebrows that I think look like mine. So you can look at your picture in the mirror that's on the table, okay? All right. The next thing you want to remember is that your eyes are usually going to be some type of almond shape. They might be tilted up at the corners or in the inner corners, or all sorts of things, and different eyes are different sizes, and that's okay. Everybody is different. Okay, so I'm gonna draw some lovely eyeballs right there. Oops, I don't like the way that end got a little too big there at the bottom, but that's okay too. Sometimes that also happens. Remember, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents. Thanks, Bob Ross. All right, next you wanna make sure you put in your nose. The important thing to remember about noses is that we all know what a nose looks like, but they're real hard to draw. So when you're drawing a nose, you just want to draw what you see. I've got like a little circle area, and then I've got the two nostrils off to the side. It does not have to be perfect, but we are just trying to draw a picture based upon the mirrors that we see in front of us. All right, there's also a little indentation usually above your lip, and that is called a philtrum if you're being fancy, but it really is the part that just kind of makes the M. Remember what an M shape looks like in your mouth, okay? And some people have what's a really tall M shape, and some people have a really small one. But you just look at your beautiful face and try to draw it as best you can. Remember, we're not in an art contest here. We are just looking at ourselves, okay? And then you're gonna try and draw what you look like. All right, now it's time, once you go in, to go put some pupils, to put some dimples, whatever happens to be there. Mine kind of looks like the moon, if you ask me. All right, so here we go. All right, so that is the outside of the iris, okay? And then we've got our pupil, okay? The pupil is the black part of the eye that lets the light in. Okay? All right, and then you can put, you know, that little chin there. Okay, if you want it, and then you gotta have your ears off to the side. So mine doesn't look really that much like me, but that is okay, because you know what? When you're drawing, you know, 9 times out of 10, you may not like the first drawing that you do, and that's okay too.
Okay, and if you are just drawing yours on the circle instead of using one of the colorful pieces of paper, absolutely great job. You do how you want to. It's just you'll have different colors that you'll need to choose from in the bucket. All right, and so I sometimes wear space buns, so I'm gonna put space buns in my hair here. All right, and as you guys are working, you know, this video can play in the background about how you want to do it, but you want to make sure that you have your features on there, okay? All right, now, what is Miss T missing? Ah, glasses. I wouldn't be able to see without them. You know, nature said you're going to be nearsighted, Mrs. T. You might as well just loan up to it. It's going to happen. Let's put them glasses on there. Okay. Then I'll take some time and I'll color up everything, and then this is going to end up being the last page of my journal. Now, what did I forget? Yes, I need to put my name on there. All right, and then you want to make sure that you leave this with your substitute so that Miss T can get it in your journal, because she can't put in that she's not there. But remember, learning to accept yourself has a lot to do with making sure that you feel good about yourself, that you are proud of yourself. And so even when you make mistakes, understanding that things are going to get easier and things are going to get better the more that you practice. So if you like to draw, but you feel like you're not that great at it, I mean, honestly, you probably are. But it could be that you just need more practice, and beating yourself up about it doesn't really help. So this activity is about self-acceptance and also getting a chance to practice some different art skills. All right, my friends. I've had a wonderful time in classroom guidance, and I'm so sorry that I could not be here today, but I will be visiting each of your classes to deliver your journals in the coming week. Please take care.